Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's TheKidEG, and I'm back again, aka EGTV, and I need you guys to do me a favor. We're trying to get those likes up. At least smash 20 likes for this video if you can, and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. So yeah, let's get into the game. Let's talk about this match, because you already know this was a big game, and we beat Leicester 2-0. We faced Leicester today, and we beat Leicester, and you guys already know we scored 2 goals to win this game. It was an ugly game. It was a very, very ugly game. It was a game of 2 halves. The first half was not that good. We did not do the best of our abilities. We tried throughout the whole entire game. And you know what? We had a second string team out. But the moment second half came, you know what happened? We got our own goal from Christian Fuchs off Pepe's cross. Somehow the goal went in. The defense was kind of pissed off that they let the goal in themselves. And you know what? We move on. We move on. We just move on. And you know what? The first half, there was a big shout for a penalty. And I thought it was absolutely a nailed-on penalty when the man brought down Saka. When he brought down Saka, whatever his name is, I thought Saka did enough to get that penalty. And I thought that penalty was going to come, but this young, inexperienced referee did not give us the penalty, and we move on. It's okay. You're not always going to get it the way you want it. You're not always going to get what you think you deserve, but we did not get the penalty that time. So you know what happened? We move on. Then Willian came in for Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson had himself one okay game. He almost scored from 2 chances. He tried his best. He was working really hard, Reiss Nelson, this game. And it was one of those games he deserved to play. And he deserved to show what he could do. And these are the kind of performances that Reiss Nelson is going to give you. He's not going to play the best of his ability every single game, but when he's played on the left at his natural position, he can come into that right side and shoot with that right foot. And you know what? That is what he is there for. That is Reiss Nelson for you. But on the other end, Mohamed El-Neni was in our midfield today, and he did not perform that great. Mohamed El-Neni was one of those players who did not live up to the billing. In my opinion, he was very much passing the ball backwards, sideways, constantly looking for the non-progressive pass. There was a moment where he had Pepe wide open on the left, but he chose to drag it back and give it back to Holding. Now, there was one bad performance this game, and it was from Kolasinac. Kolasinac was misplacing balls, was not doing well, and overall had a poor performance. He needs to raise his levels if he wants to stay at the Emirates. And you know what? That is one guy that had himself a stinker of a game. And you know what? He needs to raise his levels, and hopefully he can do that in the near future. Now, we did score some goals today. We did score some goals, and one of those goals came from the man himself, Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah was crucial to us getting the major win and finishing off Leicester with the second most needed goal, because in a 1-0 game, you need that second goal, or else it could have gone to penalties. And I'm happy that Eddie Nketiah did the business. Eddie Nketiah came in, and today he knew he wanted to score. He was actually disappointed at the own goal that Pepe's ball didn't get through to him. And when he scored that goal in the 90th minute, he was happy. And he was saying to people, call me on my cell phone. Because the man scored that goal. And when he scored that goal, Eddie Nketiah, big up to you, bro. Respect to Eddie Nketiah. He did his job. He did what he had to do today. And that's all you can ask from a player. That's all you can ask from a striker. And you know what? There was a couple candidates for man of the match today, but I'm going to get to that in a second. Let's talk about Arteta. Mikel Arteta, the manager who just constantly finds ways to win games and do the business. And you know what? Matteo Guendouzi did not play today either. Matteo Guendouzi did not play. William Saliba did not play. Squadron Mustafi still injured. And you know who did play? Rob Holding. Rob Holding played today, and Rob Holding was one of those guys who came into the game, and he had himself an okay game. He wasn't 10 out of 10 performance, but he had himself a good 7 out of 10 performance, in my opinion. He could have done better, but Rob Holding, he stood up and did his job. Another guy who did his job today, who came back into the team was none other than David Luiz. David Luiz came back into the team today, and David Luiz looked solid. He looked like back to his normal self, and at one point he almost looked like he got knocked out, but luckily he was okay. He's still healthy, and I'm happy. Another guy who's playing today, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. In my opinion, Ainsley Maitland-Niles did not have a bad game. I think he was just getting into the game, trying to get into his feet, get his game sorted out, get himself back together, trying to figure out what he's doing, how he's going to do it, and how he's going to move forward. So, yeah, I think it's almost time, guys, to talk about some of the things. So, match reactions. We've done the recap of the game now. Now we're going to go on to the player ratings, okay? It's time for that player ratings. It's time to discuss the players, how they did, and how they performed. So what do you guys think about the performances from the players today? We're going to start from the back, okay? We're going to start from the back, and we get the music going back again. So let's get it going. Let's crack it down. So Bernd Leno got a clean sheet, did his job. Bernd Leno, in my opinion, he gets a 7. Now, Rob Holding did not perform that great. In my opinion, he gets a 6. David Luiz did his job, did nothing wrong. He gets actually, Rob Holding gets a 5. David Luiz gets a 6. Kolasinac gets a 3. Kolasinac was extremely poor, did not perform to his levels today. He gets a 3. Now, then you got Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, in my opinion, performed okay. He did nothing wrong. You didn't really notice him make any mistakes. He gets, I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. Now you got Joe Willock. Joe Willock, I did not notice Joe Willock at all in this game. He was pedestrian at best. He was not one of the best stand-up performances for Joe Willock. Joe Willock, in my opinion, I would give Joe Willock a 5 out of 10. Now, Mohamed El-Neni picked up an early yellow card, had an overall decent performance, but he was still very backwards, sideways. So Mohamed El-Neni, in my opinion, also gets a 5. Now, there is a man called Bukayo Saka. In my opinion, Bukayo Saka was integral to this game. He kept the whole game running. He was doing an amazing job, in my opinion, and he kept it working, and his grinding and his help helped us win this game. And Bukayo Saka, to me, gets an 8 out of 10 performance in this game, and he was one of my man of the match candidates. Now, Nicolas Pepe, in my opinion, Nicolas Pepe was not having the best of his games, but he did help get the own goal. So when he was crucial part to that own goal. So Nicolas Pepe will get the respectable 7. I'll give Nicolas Pepe a 7. Okay. Now, Reiss Nelson. What can we say about Reiss Nelson? He did not perform to the best of his abilities. He did do a decent job, enough to get himself a respectable 6. Okay. A respectable 6 for Reiss Nelson. Now, the man of the hour, the man who's done it a couple times now, Eddie Nketiah. The man scored 2 goals in 2 games. A youth academy player who could be sold out next year for a big profit, or he could be Arsenal level and be our next Ian Wright. Wearing the number, you already know, Eddie Nketiah. What do you guys think? I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. That's 2 games in 2. Eddie Nketiah stayed solid, and you know what? He gets an 8 out of 10 performance, in my opinion. Eddie Nketiah could have had the first goal if it came through to him. Eddie Nketiah gets an 8 out of 10 performance. So big up to Eddie Nketiah. Now, man of the match. Man of the match, in my opinion, is between Bukayo Saka and Eddie Nketiah, and you could even say David Luiz. But in my opinion, I'm going to give it to Bukayo Saka. I think Bukayo Saka was integral to the whole entire game. The game that we played, Bukayo Saka was my man of the match. And my poor performance of the match is Sead Kolasinac. So you guys already know. Now, let's move on to the next topic. What's next? 3 things we learned from today's game. Okay? So 3 things we learned is, 1, we still need to improve our midfield. Our midfield still needs to improve. We need to pick up our midfield quality this transfer window. We still need the likes of Houssem Aouar. We still need the likes of, you already know who I'm going to say. Thomas Partey. We still need these guys to come into the team. And we still need to get rid of some of this dead wood that we have in the club. Because in my opinion, some of these guys like Matteo Guendouzi have to leave. Some of these guys like Mohamed El-Neni have to leave. And you know what? We also learned that Reiss Nelson is not ready yet, and he still needs to be out on loan. So the first 2 points I would say is our midfield still needs to improve, and our players still need to go out on loan. But one thing we do know is Mikel Arteta is able to get a performance out of these players. It doesn't matter when or where or what the team is, Mikel Arteta is able to get a performance out of these boys. So you know what? Mikel Arteta is the one that is impressed me, and he's shown me that we can get a performance out of anybody on the pitch as long as he is the manager. But yeah, I will be doing a transfer video soon, guys, after this at midnight. So check out that transfer video. It's coming out at midnight. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out. It's the KidEG. And if you can do me a favor, just go and subscribe, like, and share the content. Wherever you are, just subscribe to the channel and check out the content, because you know what? It's going to be coming quick and fast, and we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. So yeah, check out my content, EGTV, and you already know, I'm out of here, boys and girls. I'm out of here.